everyone, so today I'm here to do a review of Mystic City by Theo. So basically this book is about future Manhattan, or future America if you will, and our main character Aria Rose has lost her memory, which was apparently due to a sick overdose, which is a form of drug in this world, and she has forgotten her fiance, and her fiance is the son of her parents' sort of like enemies, sort of like two governments battling, and their romance was sort of like Romeo and Juliet, forbidden, but both of them are still alive. But unfortunately Aria doesn't remember anything about her fiance Thomas, and then at their engagement party she meets a mysterious guy on the balcony who she seems to have a very strong connection with, even though this seems to be the only time that she has ever met him. Also in this book, the government are all humans and they all live above the water that has flooded Manhattan and flooded the world in these beautiful, beautiful towers and flats and buildings, and underneath the city, in the sort of like derelict marshland, there are mystics. And mystics are people with special powers, and they're just awesome. Okay, so when I finished this book I was lost for words. I didn't know how to form a review for it. I couldn't put anything down on paper that would explain how amazing this book was. It was just breathtaking. I absolutely loved it. Aria was an extraordinary character. I had a connection with her from the very start of the book when we first met her. I felt really sorry for her being through something that horrendous and losing her memories as well, so I think that helped with my connection to her. Aria is much stronger than she seems. She's tough. She's just such an influential character, and I think she's definitely my favourite female character ever now. And then we had Thomas, her fiance. There was something off about him from the very start that I kind of noticed. He was distant and he didn't seem to be too into Aria, and there was just something that I wasn't too sure about him, that I was hoping that maybe I was just reading the wrong signs. And the fact that their parents were so determined to keep them apart as well sort of added more suspicion to this whole thing. And then when Thomas was around, he was sweet and kind, and I was hoping that he would start to grow on me, since him and Aria were engaged and I was going to be seeing a lot more of him. I was really hoping that his character would grow on me. And then we have Hunter. Oh, Hunter. Hunter was that guy she met on the balcony, and Hunter is just one of the most amazing characters ever. He's just got this beautiful personality and he's got this power about him, and that might also be because Hunter is a mystic, so he has powers but he also has a powerful aura as well about him. And you could tell right from the start that he and Aria had a connection and that he was going to be extremely important in this story. This book captured my attention from the very start. I was sucked in by the storyline of Aria's lost memories because I wanted to know what she'd lost, what was so important that she just completely forgot that part of her, like she just forgot those memories. I wanted to know so badly what they were. The world that Aria lived in was really interesting. I was quite intrigued by the government and what they were doing because they're not very nice people at all, but I was also sucked in by the whole mystic world underneath the human city because they were extremely interesting, and I really wanted to know more about their powers. I wanted to know why they were so frowned upon in society and why society labelled them as dangerous as well. I just wanted to know the whole backstory for it, so I'm hoping I might get slightly more detail in the next book as well. This book was full of action from the very start, and at the end there was a massive fight scene and there were mystics involved in it, and I got to see some more of the mystics' powers, and I really enjoyed that because I was desperate to know what other kind of powers that mystics can have, and I really liked getting a small insight into some of the other powers that different mystics have too. There were parts of this book that I found slightly predictable, but to be perfectly honest it didn't ruin the story for me, and I just thought the full book was amazing and the predictable parts didn't ruin it for me whatsoever. This book was just so beautifully written that it definitely deserves 5 out of 5 stars. This will definitely be on my top books of 2013 list, and that's saying something since it's only February. And the next book, Renegade Heart, is out in July. I'm so excited for it. So that was my review of Mystic City by Theo Lawrence. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone!